Go Tigers. Anyway, I'm Nathaniel Beauchene.
I'm Alex Salou.
I'm Nate Sikowskis, and welcome back to the Fucking Brothers Podcast.
And we are brought to you by local sports, but most importantly, the Dr. Dabber, the #1 e-rig on the market. Go check it out now.
It's not marketed as #1, but it's #1 in our hearts, and it should be #1 on the market.
And I never tried the Peak, obviously, but after trying the Puffco pen, I wasn't impressed.
So my sister has the Peak, and she's got the new one, and it was shittier than the Doctor. And I have the first gen
No, it was
Doctor.
just as good. It was a little bit behind, but like it was all right, right?
Well, I mean, the Doctor is far superior to
Fucking
it.
dude,
Damn it.
fucking not even 2 episodes.
What do you mean?
And they're gone.
We just called one of their products.
I just called their competitor shit.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
see,
sorry.
where are you?
I'm not listening. I'm out in nicotine land.
You're a
Fucking
piece of shit. So
drifting
you
in
ever
the
been there?
clouds.
Yeah.
What?
Yosemite.
No,
Why,
I just
why
wear
you
the shirt.
Yeah, why you wearing the shirt?
because it's style.
False valor.
How can you get false valor from a
Hey,
national park?
you
They
want-
sell these in Kohl's.
National
in
Park
Millbury, Massachusetts.
false valor.
You guys want to talk about false valor?
Oh God, what happened?
So can we talk about playing your part for a second?
Is it kiddo?
No. I was in Boston this weekend.
Oh God.
And at one point towards the end of my trip, I'm in the Boston Common. Okay.
Oh,
And
God.
naturally, on a Sunday in August at the Boston Common, there's going to be Minutemen.
In the Boston Common Kid?
Am I in the Boston Common Kid? Am I right? There's going to be fucking Minutemen, right?
Yeah, right.
What?
Because why wouldn't there be?
No, right, yeah.
Because it's the Common.
Because it's the Common. Because it's fucking Boston.
They're on
okay?
a minute's notice.
So this is where I go back to playing your part, right? I watched this Minuteman in full Minuteman gear buy a fried dough.
Whoa. That's breaking character.
Yeah,
Did
can
he
we
eat
like?
it and his immune system overloaded?
Yeah,
Yes.
powdered sugar would literally kill him.
That's what I'm saying. I just it's like if you are going to take on that role of dressing up like a fucking Minuteman for the entertainment and historical accuracy of the people of Boston,
hitting my
you
table.
should not be allowed to participate in modern amenities like eating fried dough.
No, you're right. You should be eating like cornstarch. straight-
That wasn't around yet.
But they didn't. I don't know.
Cornmeal, you're thinking. of.
Cornmeal, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cornmeal, bone meal,
Steel cut
fucking-
oats.
Yeah, you should be eating fucking porridge and motherfucking cornmeal.
That's right.
Like, you have no
Bugs.
excuses. Get your fucking ass back to Old Ironside, you piece of shit.
And just like some green slop with some carrots inside it.
What?
That's what they ate back then, you know?
Gruel?
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Times were tough.
You're telling me.
You should have smacked it out of his hands and just been like, where's your gruel?
And I wanted to just like give this guy a piece of my mind because it's like
You should have.
no, because it's like, dude, you can't get away with this.
You're not. You would never see him again.
Like, it's one thing if you want to like fire off a fucking musket or like sell a porcelain good.
Or even have the wigs for some reason.
So this guy's in full wig, full fucking tights, full fucking knee socks.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Paul Revere just fucking
Yeah,
farted out of his asshole, So it's like, this guy has a role to play.
Yep,
And
that's
it's-
right.
I don't know. I was really upset by the whole
What about
thing.
all the young, historically admirable children that were out there who now don't believe in Minutemen because,
Yeah, he was setting a fucking terrible example.
yeah,
There was a reason nobody was coming up to him and being like, oh, wow.
thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your fucking service. Exactly. And then, of course, like,
You should have dumped him into the harbor.
I had enough of everybody at that point. I was so peopled out by the time I got done with the trip, because Pookie's complaining about walking. And, he
Of course.
he makes a comment about his feet being sore. So I spin around and I'm like, wait a second. Like, George Washington didn't fucking wear 3 pairs of socks to cross the Delaware in the middle of fucking Christmas to fight the Hessians so you could complain about blisters on your fucking feet.
Did he drop dead right there? Because I would have.
Yeah, he was not. He was like, shut the fuck up. Fucking shit.
That's a Pookie answer.
What was the walk like?
I'm the last real colonist.
2 blocks, probably.
It was a 50-minute walk from the garden to the hotel.
Are you trying to kill the kid?
50-minute walk?
Yeah,
Why didn't you hail a fucking Uber guy?
because I was like, it's a beautiful night. Everybody here could use the exercise.
Oh, no, I agree with you, but like, again, to Nate's point, you trying to kill the kid?
I knew he was capable of it.
All right.
No, we got to push him because we love him.
Well, exactly. You need to give him that little push. Give him something you know he'll be able to handle.
What part of the city was your hotel in?
Not the part of the city that our event was in.
Well, obviously.
That's a given, though, huh?
Yeah,
No, we stayed at an atrocious hotel.
I heard.
It was a broom closet.
And I heard you paid top dollar for it as far as like motel prices for weekends go.
That was the I'm going through. I booked the hotel like about a month ago, and that was the cheapest hotel I could get. That was like within walking distance to the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, hyphens, quotation marks.
What was
there.
the building like? Like, was it a fancy done-up building? Or
No,
bricks
it felt.
What borough were you? Not borough, but
I don't know. Just like away from the North End is my guess.
Oh.
Not pricey enough to be a North End like hotel, but up there.
But near the North End.
Yeah.
See, I've never gone up to that part of the city.
And it's like, for starters, there's no bathroom in the room. So it's like,
Where's the bathroom?
It's luckily we did get, so there's like 6 renovated bathrooms across the hall.
Is this a dorm room?
It felt like a dorm room. So like our room was right across from the bathroom. So like that was cool.
Okay.
Was it like shared?
Yeah. Everybody on your floor shares a 6 bathroom.
Yeah.
And
Like
there's-
it's got a stall and a sink and a shower.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Like college dorm room bathrooms.
Yeah, and that's legit what it was. So it's a fucking it's the size of a supply closet, the fucking room.
Was it a big building though?
It was a pretty big building.
I bet you it was an old Boston College building.
It was for sure an old Boston building because like all the pipes are like visible in the walls. They're not like hidden or anything.
Oh yeah.
There's like how many colleges in Boston alone?
I mean, fuck, just the ones you can think of. There's like fucking 20. And
Yeah,
At least 5.
I bet you more than anything that's an old college building
Oh, yeah,
somebody
for
turned
sure.
into. Because that's what a hotel is. It's a dorm room.
it's like right around
This is a mill.
the same like
That's right.
spot that Paul Revere like left.
Yeah.
So it's right around there. It's historic
That's
Boston
pretty
for
cool.
sure. So all the buildings are fucking old. But this hotel, so when I had booked it, I knew that it slept 3 and I knew that there was a king size bed, but the picture had a couch too.
Yeah.
And like, it's a big bed. 4 people could fucking sleep in it if they wanted to, whatever. So we get in there and it's a fucking loft bed.
Pretty gay.
So there's fucking like, there's a giant king size and then there's one single bed on top of that bed.
You got the top, I'm assuming.
Did you think Pookie was climbing up to the top in the middle of the
Drunk
night
as fuck.
after drinking at the
I don't know,
garden?
Big C's capable.
Come on.
Who do you think ended up at the loft? This
Who
fucking
do,
guy.
who do you think ended up with their nose inches from the ceiling?
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
I got lofted.
Was it fun?
No.
You
so
paid a lofty price.
yeah. And it gets weirder too. So like obviously like this is the setup. The room's fucking weird. It's small. There's pretty much a bed and so there's a bed. There's a little table in the corner with 2 shot glasses, and then behind that there's an ottoman with a safe inside of it.
I love the city.
And then they gave us an ironing board and a little like laundry bin thing.
TV on the wall?
Yeah, TV mounted to the wall.
Okay.
No remote.
Nice.
Definitely a place you bring
So-
hookers to.
Oh, yeah.
No bathroom, but we had a safe.
I mean, you got what you need, right?
And
Shit.
I would have.
this is the weirdest part though. So if you laid down on the king size bed and you looked up, there's this painting built into the bed of a fucking sailboat, and it just says "Dream On."
No, it doesn't.
No, it does. It does. And then on the loft bed, the one where I slept, there's like this carved inlet into the wall that's got a charging port on it and shit, but it also has pictures of sailboats, and it just says "Love to love you, baby."
Did
These just sound like-
Aerosmith fund this
Yeah,
hotel room to bang college girls?
I got a text after checkout asking me to rate my experience at
Zero.
the Revolution Hotel, and I gave it a 0 out of 5.
Nice.
There's a coffee shop in the lobby, and I woke up early after getting like 2 hours of really horrendous loft bed sleep, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking go get myself a Boston coffee, and I'm like looking at the website for this like small little mom and pop coffee shop that's in the lobby, and it just says coffee that'll make you feel like you're back in P-Town in the 80s. And I was like, what does that even taste like? How gay does that taste?
That tastes like
Coked up
cock.
and gay.
Yeah, that's gotta taste like fag cock, right? So, but I'm like, well, I need a fucking coffee, dude. So I fucking go there, pay $4 for the worst tasting cold brew I've ever fucking had in my life.
Well, that was your first mistake. The gays don't know how to make cold brew.
No, God, no. But and there was no sugar station.
Of course not.
What kind of coffee shop doesn't have a fucking sugar station?
Yeah, the
Hipsters
gays
don't like
love sugar.
I thought the gays love sugar, right?
The gays love sugar, but hipsters don't.
So what about gay hipsters?
It's a
Gray area, nobody knows.
Yeah, it's a never-ending battle.
Yeah.
So like,
Because then something gets too popular, and then they're like, we can't.
because I knew I was buying coffee, and I said, okay, if I'm gonna buy coffee, the
That
least
can't be the title of next episode.
it
by the
has
way.
to
I'm
be.
just-
the
I'm just
least I
letting you
can
know.
do is put sugar in the coffee I just bought.
Right.
So there were no homosexual packets of Splenda to be found. There were no aspartame,
I
no
mean,
sugar, no
You'd be pretty gay if you
sweeteners.
put Splenda in your coffee.
Yeah. Sorry, boy.
Can we get the applause? All right.
I mean, the package is literally pink.
No, I've never put Splenda in my coffee, but my whole point is that there was no sugar station. There was nothing to
I
be
get
fucking
it.
found.
Lackluster coffee store.
So it was still gay coffee. It just wasn't good tasting gay coffee.
Would you say sugar brings out the taste in coffee?
And cock or coffee?
Coffee. I'm sorry.
Debatable.
I'm just in a silly mood.
That was silly as all hell, dude. I
You're
respect the
silly
hell out
goose.
of it.
Maybe I just drank a little cup.
So I used to put a bunch of sugar in my coffee, but like I started drinking black a couple of years ago, and I haven't gone back because once you go to black, you never go back. That's
Yeah.
the old saying.
I
Right?
think they originally stated that for coffee, and then people were like, "No, they're talking about women."
they're talking about black dick. They
Yeah,
gotta be
but
right.
right, yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
I remember the day I stopped putting stopped putting sugar in my coffee. Me and Ricky were on a vacation. His mother was nice enough to take me on vacation with them. And we spent the first half of the week in New Hampshire. No, we spent the first half of the week in Cape Cod and the second half of the week in New Hampshire. We had to come home for one day to pick up Ricky's brother because he was coming on vacation with us too, but he had to work the first half of the week, so we came back for a day and we went to Six Flags for that day to just break up the in-between. And we went to a diner that morning on our way to Six Flags. Long story short, me and Ryan both had 2 cups of coffee, but we had a full sugar shaker in front of us, like a diner sugar shaker. That sugar shaker was empty after we both had 2 cups of coffee.
That's just like filling half your cup with
Dude,
a quarter
it was
that.
disgusting. And after that day, I started noticing major problems with my teeth. And I'm not saying that that day is directly linked to my bad teeth, but like my sugar consumption, like I noticed it after that.
You start feeling those teeth wiggle.
And that's how most Americans take their coffee every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Just load it. Like, do you remember the milkshakes I used to make you and I used to tell you it was coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were milkshakes. Those weren't fucking coffee. Like, yeah, coffee was blended, but a majority of that
That
liquid was Cold Stone Creamery sweet cream.
And sugar.
No sugar. I didn't put any sugar in there.
The sugar's already
the
in
sugar's
this.
Well,
in
yeah.
the cream. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
That's why I meant
saying?
there's a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah.
If you freeze one of those bottles of creamer, it's ice cream.
Yeah, that would make sense. You shake it around.
I got a bad habit of drinking out of those.
Bro.
I started this thing a couple years ago. I got a really bad problem with drinking coffee creamer right out of the fucking thing.
You want to talk about a problem? My problem started when I was fucking 2. I used to drink the little fucking creamers that you get at breakfast places.
well, yeah.
And that's how it started. That's how I started drinking coffee so young, because I liked creamer, and my grandfather could no longer justify letting me drink 6 of the fucking creamers.
Alex,
So-
you're 18 now. You can't keep drinking creamer packets.
So at like 3 or 4, he was like, I can't do this anymore. And he would,
And then ended up leaving the family.
yeah. And he would put like 6 creamer packets in a cup, but then put a splash of coffee in there. so that he could justify to himself that I was having coffee that wasn't actually coffee and I could keep drinking the creamer and not throwing a fit at the fucking diner. Well, all these years later, I still love coffee. I just don't drink it every day anymore.
I was the same way, except with the butter cups.
That explains everything.
Oh my God, you've been eating raw butter? How long?
That shit stopped early too. Because
How early? Last month?
no,
It all happened the day Nate's mom came home and he was eating a stick of butter and a stick of cookie dough at the same time.
so she was bussing at IHOP,
Oh, God.
and she was like taking orders, seating people, and my family came by just to visit her at work. And I was like a little kid, like 3 or 4, and I just opened up one of the packets. I was about to dip the butter in my hand. My mom's like taking someone in, and then she snaps her head at me, and she's like, "Nate!" She grabs my hand. Like I've only been told this story. She like grabbed my hand, smacked it out of it, and yeah, no more butter.
And you've never eaten butter from that day on?
No, I've always been discouraged because I always felt like a force was coming.
Yeah, so
Damn,
like,
trauma butter.
I got
Yeah.
a question then. When you like are hanging out with the boys on a nice warm summer night, you got a fire going and you know the grill's cooking and got some burgers on there and a nice piece of corn on the grill and
Garlic bread?
get ready to
Is there
No, there's no garlic bread. It's a cookout.
No,
you
I
asshole.
think he's going to make reference to the buttering of the corn,
Yeah.
which is everybody's favorite part.
Yeah,
But
so-
if you don't eat butter,
Yeah, so
No, I love buttered corn.
so when you go to put that butter on your corn, do you think of your mom?
No, because I can.
Does it smell like your mom? Does corn smell like your mom
or,
now?
or does butter smell like your mom now?
I'm pretty sure my mom smells like ash, but like,
Yeah, but sauteed up with a little butter.
but no, I don't get any reminders of that day. So like, I don't know. I just can't eat it anymore.
I
But
got
that's
another
also just like a
question.
personal decision because that's
So like you're like looking at a stick of butter in the fridge, and you're like, if I do this, I'll get hit.
But
I'll
if
hit
I-
myself.
But if I don't do this, will I ever feel her touch again?
Can't, must. It's one of those dilemmas. I can't eat a stick of butter. I must eat a stick of butter.
Unless she's the Sandman from Spider-Man, no, it's not happening
But
because she's sand right now.
yeah. I was also gonna say. So have you ever contemplated, doing a line of your mom for a memory?
No, because I don't do lines anyway.
Yeah, I know, but she did.
No, she shot straight into the arm.
Oh,
and
nice.
Have you ever made a Tinder girl slap butter out of your hands?
That could be something.
No, I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
Usually they stop after I bring that up.
Yeah, I mean that's like a fourth date type of deal anyway.
Yeah.
You can't just go right
Oh,
off the bat
fourth?
with it. But yeah.
You bring out the little butter
You guys are
dish.
getting 4 dates?
No, God no. I'm just saying hypothetically.
I was gonna say.
hypothetically, if I was gonna like do something like that, I'd wait till at
Yeah,
least
fourth
the
date.
fourth.
You bring out the butter dish and you're just like, hey,
You want to roll me around in this bad boy?
I'll put it on the bed. We just gotta.
I got the corn costume in the closet.
I was more thinking like just pretend you're my mother.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get all sexual with the corn.
Yeah, that was kind of gross.
What can I say, man?
Wait, who's wearing the corn outfit?
It's for you to decide.
First question.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you're
You
like
pulled it out of your closet. You're just like, hey, could you put this on?
yeah, it's like first or second date, and things are getting really steamy after a really good dinner, and you guys are making out, and you stop, dead stop, and you're like, hey, there's a corn cob costume in my closet. Would you mind putting it on?
Would you please?
Would you? I can't finish
It's my
unless
thing.
you're wearing the Colonel costume.
I just want to pop you.
Would you be willing to put on a corn costume and roll around on a tray of butter that I placed on my mattress? Please and thank you. I'm so lonely.
I already put down plastic mats. It's not gonna get anywhere.
At this point, she's like, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "I love you."
I dry cleaned the costume from last time. It's clean, I promise.
But but the last girl left.
Please, just
Stay around.
Just stay.
Stay around long enough to let me
No,
butter your
please.
kernels.
No, please, just stay.
No, wait, please stay. No, wait. We can rethink this. You don't have to. I'll dress up as the corn. You can be the butter. Don't leave. I love you.
Please.
Please. Where do you go from there?
Well, she really loves you.
I mean, if she really loved you, she'd put on the corn costume.
Is that a 4th date thing or is that a 10th date?
Whoa.
I think that depends on how fast
Like,
things
what
are
are
moving.
So
What
the
do you
results
do
on
in
a-
the 6 between 4 and 10?
All right, so
Pretend you're not a corn addict?
Talk about the potential of dressing up like corn during sex. So, you know, you're like, hey, like...
It'd be pretty cool if we were like, corn.
Yeah, you know, we've been banging a lot. I think you're really hot. You think I'm really hot. We clearly have this sexual spark going on. I was just, maybe doing a little bit of role play in the bedroom, switch things
She's
up.
like, oh, yeah, that sounds great.
And yeah, she's like, do you want to be like a cop or like you'll be the headmaster and I'll be the dirty student? And he's like, well, no, I want you to be the corn
And I'm going to be the
and I'm
farmer.
gonna be the butter. And well,
Wow, your skin is so sexy. So bumpy and kernely.
So
you're like getting harder and you're like so kernely, so buttery.
so yellow and juicy.
You're like licking your lips and you're not even horny anymore. You're hungry.
She's like, that's my scab.
I bet it's sweet. Can I please just boil you?
Can I put some butter on it?
Like you made her pet name Sweet Corn and she finally catches on to the true meaning behind it.
Just calling your significant other sweet.
How come you never call me something normal like sweetie pie or honey? You're like, you're my honey, sweet corn.
It means something to me. Ain't that something?
My little cornbread.
My little Colonel Mama.
My little popcorn gal.
I can't figure out why I don't get laid.
Hell of a because you're a corn addict.
Yo, am I a corn addict or am I a butter addict?
You better believe it.
Well, that depends on how you like your corn. I mean, corn is the best buttered up. That's basically. I don't know
You're
what
like
else to tell you.
justifying your actions to her.
I mean, corn is just the best
I
buttered
put
up.
on the stupid fucking corn costume. And why are we doing this? Well, I don't corn's best buttered up.
just put the butter on.
Come on.
You already got the
corn
costume.
costume.
Yeah,
you might as well
seriously.
put the butter on too.
I got the tray. I put the butter in the microwave. The least you could do is just roll
Come
around.
on, this is our thing.
You
This
remember
is
that
our
work Christmas party you made me go to? I didn't want to be there, just like you don't want to be here. Just put the butter on.
This is our dream. No, this is your dream.
It's a corn dream. I'm moving to Nebraska.
Today's
You don't mean
podcast
that.
is brought to you by Green Giant.
Green
Green Giant, the best niblets on the market.
That's right.
Use code fucking niblet for 30% off your first 50 Green Giant cans.
This episode was brought to you by Land O'Lakes, baby. Get that butter on everything.
Salted, unsalted, it don't matter.
I mean,
Put it on your corn.
I prefer salted butter.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
The
but
only
that-
time I've ever used unsalted butter is for baking. Because that's what you're supposed to do.
You'd like this? Have you tried like garlic butter? I'm sorry I brought this up.
Well, speaking of garlic bread,
You're always on this, but go ahead.
yeah. Well, I feel like it would be good on garlic bread. That's the
Garlic
only-
butter?
Garlic butter on garlic bread, like you're just enhancing it.
That's too much.
Do you know how they mass produce garlic bread?
Don't tell him.
Oh.
Don't ruin it for him.
Who's gonna tell them?
Come on, man.
So garlic butter is primarily used to create garlic bread.
Yep.
I'm
But
sorry.
I'm saying,
It
what
should have
if
been
you
your
double
mother
the
giving you
dosage
that
inside
talk.
the bread while you're
Oh, now you're
cooking
just an addict.
What are you getting on about?
it.
Doubling the dosage, man.
I love garlic.
He
Okay.
loves
butter.
bread.
You know what?
Okay.
Like, Texas toast does it good too. They have the cheese too.
Yeah.
Nate, wake up.
What are you getting at?
I'm daydreaming again. Sorry, folks. Oh yeah, we never mentioned. You got to check out the Dr. Dab at our website, fnbros.com.
Oh, you are just all over the place.
Well, we did not establish that.
Well, we
So
could have
now
got it
they-
at the end.
We could restart.
But they won't
Yeah, let's
watch
just
it
start
again.
over.
Yeah, let's just start over. The world can forget about that whole
I'm gonna
corn
cut
thing.
this little part,
Let's just erase
and I'm
all
gonna put
31
this
episodes.
part at the beginning.
Oh wow!
Can you
that's,
do
that's,
that?
That's
Can you-
crazy thinking.
It's like a Tarantino movie.
That's wicked Tarantino.
Anyways, you're about to find out what corn means in 20 minutes.
Anywho, enough about us. But I saw I've never seen so many people crowding the streets of Boston at 2 a.m.
That must have been. That's always a good time when you see that when you're walking out the TD Garden.
Tell the people why you were in the city.
For those of you who don't know, UFC 292 in Boston was this weekend, featuring
This past weekend.
featuring 2 title fights.
2 title fights?
Between-
2 title
Oh,
fights.
I don't pay attention.
The first one, Weili Zhang was defending her title against some Brazilian bitch. I forgot her name, but she didn't win anyway, so it's irrelevant. But the one I was there for was the main card,
Was the male contender?
which was
Wow.
Sean O'Malley trying to fight for the championship belt from Aljamain Sterling, 3-time defending champ.
And
Sean O'Malley knocked him the fuck out.
God damn.
And everybody in Boston lost their fucking minds. For starters, nobody liked the former champ. I've never, in my entire time of watching UFC for the past 6 years, seen a champion get booed. Everybody booed the fuck out of this guy when he got on stage.
Do you think that was just Boston?
That's Boston,
or-
they're
I
racist.
think that's definitely Boston, but there is a universal disliking of this man.
Yeah.
So when the contender got announced, Mr. Sean O'Malley, they were freaking the fuck out.
Because they love their crazy white people.
Yeah, exactly.
who,
Exactly.
believe it or not, is a huge fan of the Dr. Dabber.
he,
By the
he
way,
is. He's
Use
a
our
ginormous
affiliate
fan.
link at effandbros.com.
Shout out to Sugar Sean.
He
Shout out
gets
to
it.
Dr. Dabber. He gets it. We're all connected.
And you can get it too.
that's right at evanbros.com.
Use our affiliate link for the Dr. Dabber. Also, check out everything else.
But here's the thing, right? So because they're pay-per-views, right? ESPN and UFC, they do not post highlight clips on their social media pages. They never have. Doesn't matter the pay-per-view. It doesn't matter the knockout. This knockout was so fucking insane that they started posting it on the social media feeds. So you can watch it right now if you haven't seen it.
Should I pull it up?
Yeah, I wanna see
I
it.
recommend it because
Did you get blood on you or what?
I wish I was balconies,
no,
baby.
I know.
If I wish I'd gotten blood
Balcony's
on me.
always the best route. I get it. Sitting up front would be really cool and all that, but
You wouldn't be able to see anything. You would
That's-
just see cage.
That's what I'm saying.
Netting, not
like
netting.
it'd be
but you know
cool
what
to
I'm
get
saying.
blood on me, but also pretty
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, it'd be a statement for sure.
Like the one and only professional sporting event I've ever been to, I went to Gillette and we sat in the south end or the visiting end zone top corner, and it was literally, it had to be the best view in the whole fucking stadium. I could see the entire field. Dude, it was beautiful.
Every time
And then I fell asleep.
I've been to 3 Bruins games, a Celtics game, a couple events at the Garden. I've always had balcony seats, and I've always been able to see everything perfectly. It really is a treat. People sleep on it because they're not the most expensive sheets, but it's better. All right, so the first round's a little slow. They're feeling each other out, like nothing's really popping off.
That was a good timestamp right there. Oh, we gonna watch the whole fucking fight or just the knockout?
Yeah, so
think it'll happen
start
right.
here. So
Do you know what round it happened?
round 2.
So the
So
same thing against Kamaru Usman. Attack the far wrist, not allowing your opponent to get to a takedown. Wow, got out of it. Nicely done.
Yo, they both have colored hair. What
Yep.
the fuck?
So Sugar always has colored
No,
hair.
I know he does. Ooh,
Cosmo and Wanda knocking him out. Oh my God. Hammering him. That must have been amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so the crowd was losing it for this.
Damn.
Everybody's on their feet at this point,
I
just
think I hear
waiting.
hoots.
Damn. Oh, fucking
And he's
Jesus.
just laying hammers on this fucking guy, and he finally stops it there.
come on, man. I'm fine.
Yeah, some people called that an early stoppage, but I think it should have gotten stopped sooner, honestly.
Yeah, because his head's just banging
Yeah,
off like he had
yeah.
no defense right there. Just flat on his back.
Like, you saw the hit that dropped him. That
Yeah.
alone is enough to, come close
That was
to
a
stopping
concussion.
it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I'm saying. So this guy's cool as fuck, smokes a bunch of fucking weed, big Dr. Dabber user. So he's like, walking around Boston with his fucking belt, smoking a pre-roll. Fucking awesome.
Oh, so Joe was there. There he is.
Oh, yeah. I sent Nate a message. I was like, I'm 200 feet from Joe Rogan.
You should have taken him out.
Johnny Damon was there.
Of course he was.
Because why wouldn't he be?
Yeah,
The crowd didn't
caveman.
boo him. They didn't boo him. They loved seeing him.
Well, he's a Boston legend. It's just,
At heart, yeah.
They at the end of the day, a real Boston Red Sox fan understood that he went there to get paid. Not because he hated Boston, but he went there to get paid.
Yeah, baseball contracts are ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the Bankies.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Come on.
Baseball makes stupid fucking money.
It's literally every baseball kid's dream to play for the Yankees someday.
Yeah.
Literally every single one of them.
Because of the payday involved.
Big fat contract.
It's
Like, even the lowest paid MLB player in the world still out earns 95% of the population.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All they got to do is hit a ball.
The worst
dude, the
baseball player in
Bat
the
Boy
world.
makes more money
Yeah.
than I do.
Yeah. The guy sweeping the field makes more money than you do with 6 lifetimes.
That's big facts. Honestly, the landscapers for professional stadiums are immaculate. Like, they deserve the money they get paid, and they deserve more.
100%. No doubt about it. Like the people at the Garden that switch out basketball tiles with fucking ice, they deserve the money they make.
Like, the landscaping knowledge needed to make the field look the way it does for the Super Bowl on a grass field, if it's not on a turf field, is like, you need an actual knowledge of fucking agriculture to make a lawn look like that.
Not to mention Fenway, because they have to make it a specific color.
Yeah. Right.
It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
But yeah, those baseball landscapers.
Why do they do that? Do you know why they do that at Fenway?
Specialty.
Is it? Does it match the Green Monster? Is that what it is?
I don't
think so, right? Because the Green Monster is like a dark green.
Yeah, no, they don't. They definitely don't match because like the field is a lot lighter in color, but I don't know. Someone gets it down to the science and does it because Lenny Clark's house, he had the landscaper go to his house and get him that
Fenway grass.
yeah, Fenway grass. Fuck it.
Do you remember the first time you fell on turf?
No,
Did you ever play on a turf field?
not too much because we were always playing in dirt.
Have you ever gotten turf burns?
I think from soccer.
Turf burns fucking suck. I remember the first time I played on a turf field, we went to Auburn. I was a freshman and I went with varsity to go to the Auburn game. I didn't play that game, but I got launched over the fucking sideline by Jake Ryan. He was the senior running back at the time, and he was just coming way too fast down the sideline, and he came right to our fucking sideline. And I just didn't move, and he bodied me over the fucking water table. I took out all the water jugs. I was soaked. It was December. It was freezing. I'm a lineman. I'm not allowed to wear an undershirt.
It sounds like a scene in an Adam Sandler movie.
Dude, it was fucking ridiculous, but I got turf burns from that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Rough business.
I
Isn't
hate
it like
turf.
extra hot and like I don't know, there's like a certain texture to it when on a hot day when
Yeah,
you're like
when it's hot outside, it's plastic grass.
And I feel like when it's cold outside, it's like frozen cement.
It sucks falling on turf in the winter.
Because like I said, I feel like it's like fucking landing right on cement.
I
It's
would-
so hard.
I'd rather jump from the bleachers with no pads on onto a grass field than have to play on a turf field in winter.
Amen to that, brother. Can we get an applause?
oh god, yeah.
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
Anyway, sorry, that's my rant.
Football days.
Yes, sir.
Football
We should have like
fucking days.
a little theme song. Bring up one of those.
Football days?
Yeah, like, football day.
If I could go back to high school, hypothetically, I'd join all the sports
Yeah.
and just be a winner.
This was a football town, so
Yeah, it was.
that was the only way to get like some real recognition.
If I theoretically could go back in time and do it over again, I would play a different position and I wouldn't have given up on the wrestling team.
Yeah, I would have like taken care of my body and become a tight end.
In a different life, I would have been a lacrosse champion
In a
with a
different
scholarship.
in a different life, you're a lacrosse coach.
That's a big fact.
In this life,
In
you're a
this
lacrosse
life, I
coach.
could be. Let's go. It's not too late.
You can do it.
It's not too late.
My favorite football coach got fired from Northbridge Public Schools because he got caught smoking pot with the lacrosse team.
But that's so cool, though. Like, smoking with Coach?
Yep.
God damn, I wish.
What a fucking honor.
Damn.
And he never came to any of our away games. He was only there for home games because he was a night teacher at BVT. He taught adults who wanted to better their lives at BVT. So he was never there for our away games because he had to be at work to teach people how to not be losers anymore. And then, got fired for smoking pot with a bunch of kids.
Damn. He was doing something right, though. Like, those kids probably played a little harder,
Oh,
They
yeah.
got their trust fucking solidified in that one little smoke session.
Pretty sure we won a championship in lacrosse that year.
Hey,
Did it for Coach.
the formula.
Because it's like when you're smoking weed with the man that coaches you, you get deeper inner perspective levels.
It's like smoking with Pops.
Yo,
It's just
exactly.
And-
It's a mentor thing.
And his wife is Native American, and like lacrosse is a Native American sport. And
Dude, this guy's like the Phil Jackson of lacrosse.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
it was a crazy story to bear witness to.
It could have been the greatest.
What a life, huh?
He looked like a washed up old Eminem. I'm so serious. He wore the fucking knit cap in the middle of the summer. He wore fucking fingerless gloves in the middle. Dude.
Just
what-
like
that's
rail
what-
thin or
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
what I
my
want to be
God.
when I grow up. It's just a washed out Eminem. That's all I've ever aspired to.
He always looked like he just barely made it on time to shave. Like, you know how like 5 o'clock shadow gets real bad after like 5 o'clock on
yeah.
people that can grow beards like your brother.
Yeah.
He could have shaved 20 minutes before coming to practice. He always looked like he was like ready to just force a beard out of his face.
God,
It was
that's some
crazy.
real stubble. I wish I had that type of stubble.
I mean, dude,
I got that little baby blonde hair stubble.
I shaved my this part on Friday night, and it was all back by Saturday night.
Good God.
You
Yeah.
are a bullshit.
It grows so fucking quickly. There's nothing you can fucking do about it.
Have you ever tried to grow your beard out like your brother?
Yeah, it's not possible.
It's not.
Well, I
And
mean,
he-
it is, but it would take a lot of time.
Well, I mean, but
and he
like,
looks like the Taliban.
but he's always been
that's-
able to
that's a
grow
fact.
it fast.
Yeah, it's a fact. And I can grow mine fast, but mine doesn't grow that exact way.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, too, is that, like, he's red and he just looks like a berserker, but
Yeah.
I look like a Saudi when I grow my beard
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
A bomb jockey.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
You
camel
look
jockey.
just like me, buddy.
Yeah. All I can think about is,
That goes that way.
Like if you look at pictures of me from like sophomore year, like you're like, what's the difference between that and the guys that took over the plane on 9/11? Absolutely fucking nothing. Like I look like I got a box cutter on me and my bag's ticking. It's
You
fucked
do
up.
have a box cutter on you.
And my bag's ticking, but that's neither here nor there.
Where were you on 9/11?
New York City.
Oh,
Why? What do you ask?
Why?
Oh, business.
I was on a plane, actually.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? Obviously, like the thing about Boston is that a lot of people like try to harass you on the streets.
Oh, yeah.
They'll
They'll
try
come
to
up to you. and
hand
just-
you papers, ask you for cigarettes. I had a rabbi come up to me. He was like, "Are you Jewish?" And I was like, "Not today." He was like, "What about your friend? Is he Jewish?" I'm like, "Not today." And he's like, "What about tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Nope, get the fuck out of here."
Why didn't... You should have seen what the crazy rabbi wanted.
I
You
know,
should've-
I know what the crazy rabbi wanted.
What did he want?
He wanted to convert me to Judaism.
Ah, that's what he was going for. I thought he was trying to find like a non-goy.
I need a
to-
Jew.
Yeah.
Where is a Jew? I need.
Have you seen that meme? And it's like homeless guy trying to talk to me, and he's like, "Nathaniel Beauchesne, you will die on this date from this." And you like take out your earphone. You're like, "Sorry, bro, I got nothing on me."
No. Is that how you felt though?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had some psychic reading lady tried to hand me a pamphlet, and I just kept like swerving out of the way to avoid pamphlets and shit from fucking street vendors.
Oh, yeah. If they see you pull out cash, they'll like present their stuff to you, and then they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, 2020." Because if like they see a $20 bill,
Yeah.
they'll say it's like, and then it's just like a cheap wooden plastic necklace that they give you.
I think my favorite thing about the city though is that like you do have people selling actual merchandise, and you got plenty of people like playing instruments with their like instrument cases open, expecting you to put money in. But do you remember when we went to Freedom Rally last year and we're fucking walking
The
around?
greatest performer of all time.
I've never wanted to give somebody money more in my life. So this old Chinese woman is asleep on a bench, and next to her,
Not even a bench, just like one of those pull-out lawn chairs.
she's just asleep in a fucking lawn chair, and she's got a fucking radio playing traditional Chinese music and a tip jar loaded with money.
Just a cup, a little bucket filled with change and dollar bills.
It was funny that she was asleep. It was funny that traditional Chinese music was playing. The funniest part was there was money in that tip jar, and not just a little bit, a lot of fucking money. All this lady did was sleep and play traditional music.
And the music wasn't even that loud. It was just like a little...
Yeah, just like traditional. You know the one? Just...
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm being extra racist this episode.
I
but
feel like when you see a cup filled with money and you see the person sitting there, you just kind of assume that they're homeless or they're struggling and they need it or
or
whatever.
they're a hustler.
And if you put that dollar into the cup when you already see dollars in the cup, one man will go, he doesn't need my dollar. He's got dollars right there. But another man will go, this dollar could be the dollar that changes everything for him.
Yep.
And that's Mr. Beast.
My favorite.
Shut up. No one cares.
My absolute
Everybody
favorite is the guy that panhandles on Mass Ave and he pulls in like $8K a week. This guy does not work. This guy, I mean, to be fair, I guess if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. But this guy just runs up to cars making a scene about needing money.
Yeah.
He doesn't say he's homeless. He doesn't say like his family's in danger. He just says he needs money, and people just pay him. He pulls in like $8K a week.
There's a bald-headed
What are we doing
Vietnamese man
wrong?
who waits on one of the exits in Worcester,
I think I know the one you're talking. You like walk out in front of your car,
and he'll just look at you.
and you gotta like swerve around him.
Yeah, he will stand in the middle of the lane sometimes, but like,
Jesus Christ.
but he'll walk up to your window. He won't say a thing, and he'll just look at you.
I got nothing on me.
He has knocked. And
Just don't look at him. Don't look at him. If you don't look at him, he won't ask you for money.
When I used to think of like homeless marketing, I thought like your pitch was always like, you know, you'd put a somber story. I just lost my house. My wife left me. My kids are fucking aborted. I need money. I'm struggling. But half these people don't even put in that effort. They just get paid to look homeless.
No, this guy was just a blank stare. It's like a soft knock on the window and then just on to the next car.
Have you
after I
ever
waved
seen
them
a
off.
homeless person with a Cash App thing on their sign?
No.
That's next
I
level.
love that.
I saw that shit in Burlington all the time. Oh, sorry, we don't have cash on us. Perfect. I got a Cash App.
That's a businessman. That's not a homeless man.
See, like people don't understand the hustle. Like people go to their jobs and they think that they're good at saving money or whatever, but crackheads are the real hustlers.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
gotcha.
Has a crackhead ever gone a day without smoking?
Nope.
Do you know why? Because they
Because they
hustle.
hustle.
They fucking hustle because they need crack.
And are you going to let a crackhead out hustle you?
Yeah. So I
Catalytic converters aren't going to steal themselves.
no, it's a big.
Someone
If
tried.
you love what you do, are you really working?
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, exactly.
My neighbor upstairs, she caught one of the guys trying to steal my grandmother's catalytic converter. He just like had some stuff to the side, and she yelled down to him, and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" And he pokes out from under the car, and he's just like, "Nothing. Leave me alone. I'm just looking." I dropped. I'm just looking.
I can't find my contacts.
So obviously we called the cops, and like prior to that, she heard like the saw going on it. I don't think any damage was done. And he just like, they were staking out at this condemned house that's up the road from me, just sleeping in one of the abandoned cars, stealing catalytic converters, because that's the hustle nowadays, folks.
Yeah. Over near my job, there were a team of like 5 or 6 like 16 to 18-year-old kids that were coming from like the city over to our area because we're like 35 minutes from the city limits, but we're far enough away where no one's going to connect people from Boston to fucking Newton. And Newton is where they have all the nice, like everyone where I work is filthy fucking rich.
Yep.
And they got, I think, 9 catalytic converters in one fucking night. Came back 2 weeks later, got another couple, and then just kept coming back. They would let it die down and come back, let it die down and then come back.
God. Apparently it's like a big crisis. But
see, I don't see a point in writing up a resume and learning real world skills and trying to apply for salaries and things
when you
like
can
that.
sell plasma.
Exactly. When literally people are going to pay me for my cum and my shit and my catalytic converters.
See, if you want to stop the stealing of catalytic converters, you just make the sale of them. You just, okay, where's your fucking registration for this catalytic converter? Where's the vehicle that comes with this catalytic converter?
oh,
Well, no, then I'm not buying it.
I'll go to the next guy.
He's not buying it either.
Nah. You want it.
That's just not how the economic ecosystem works, though.
I know.
You know, because everybody's got to benefit from some side in order to keep going.
I know. There's always going to be a Tony Soprano somewhere stealing catalytic converters.
You go to Walmart, you're at the cash register,
Like-
you just place a catalytic converter.
Like, oh,
I mean, fuck, you never know. Like, I had acquired, like,
30
all right,
catalytic.
no, I got to be careful with how I word this. So I had acquired, like, 11 broken iPhones, and they all had Apple locks on them, but I tried recycling them at a phone ATM.
And?
they took my picture and fucking made me run my ID.
Uh-huh.
And like they put the like cops on the line just in case, because they were like, look, like these phones like have locks on them from Apple IDs that can only be unlocked by whoever had the phone originally.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can track down who originally had the phone, but the way the deal worked out, I had no way of knowing who had owned any of these phones previously.
So did they buy the phones? Or?
No, I dipped.
Oh,
I got the fuck out of there.
Well, they have your ID and info.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That was years ago, though. Nobody's asked about it. Things have been clear.
I noticed one of those phone ATMs for the first time the other day.
Yeah, no kidding.
I thought it was a new thing.
Yeah, they've been a thing for a while now.
Huh.
They don't pay well.
I bet they don't.
Depends on what you bring them, though.
Yeah.
When I arrived initially, I was thinking big payday, big play, big money. Here we go.
But cuffs.
But yeah, what it ended up being was a potential arrest.
Oh, boy.
Avoided, though. Here we are now, living the fucking dream. I'm not collecting money in the streets of Boston with traditional Chinese music or tapping on people's windows in car lanes, but hustling harder than crackheads.
We're still out here grinding, everyone. And
Yep.
you should be too.
Episode 32, where are you?
Coming up.
Coming up.
Coming up.
My favorite thing from Boston, though, because obviously, like, when you're in the city,
That dirty water.
yeah, or the Carolines are sweet and the water is dirty. While Boston, you're my home. Can we get the applause real quick before I go on? Thanks. So, you know, you're in the city, you see a weird bunch of people. And one reason I like the city is because I tend to be a menace in public and I do weird and crazy things and everybody's looking at me all funny. But when you're in the city, nobody gives a fuck because it doesn't matter how crazy and weird you are. There's somebody crazier and weirder than you 2 blocks away. So I saw this one guy and he looked like he was on something or off something, if you catch my drift.
It makes sense.
This dude is rollerblading around, just wobbling back and forth, carrying 2 trash bags behind his back. Here's my favorite, though. There is that guy, but it's fucking, it's like 5, maybe 6 at night. We're like, you know, walking around the north end. We haven't gone to the garden yet, but we're getting there. And this fucking homeless guy is walking around with a backpack, and he's got 2 speakers in his like back pockets of his backpack, and he's blasting music. And he goes over to like a group of 9 girls that are like taking pictures of one another and dancing, and he starts like partying with them, and all the girls are like, "Yes, homeless guy, yes, slay, homeless man."
No way.
Quite entertaining.
I'm sure it was.
And you're like, well, I don't see that every
Did
day.
Pookie try to give him $1?
No, this guy didn't. This guy wasn't panhandling for money. This guy knew what he wanted, and it wasn't
panhandling
cash.
for vibes.
Yeah, exactly. So he went to where the vibes were, which was a bunch of, like 20-year-old girls.
Gross.
Started partying.
Yeah, like this guy's bald. He's got a hunchback. He's got 2 speakers in his backpack, and he just starts bobbing his head. Yeah, he starts beeping around. And he sees just past puberty titties, and he just freaks the fuck out in the streets. Yeah, it was one of those moments. It was a Beantown moment for sure.
That's pretty sick. I saw it.
Yeah, it's like the coolest thing you've ever heard.
Wicked piss out.
In Somerville. I'm on this job site and I'm going to the convenience store on break, and there's like a train terminal there that
Fucking hated that job site.
you never saw it.
I know. I hated it because I never got to go there with you. It was the pipe job, right? Yeah, I was jealous of that job.
Plumbing company.
Yeah, I was jealous.
Nah,
I hated that site.
God no. But there was a guy just standing outside the terminal, and on his feet were chained up, and he just had like iron blocks. It was just taped to his feet.
What was it, a sex thing or like?
I wanted to ask him, but he walked away too fast.
You couldn't keep up with a man with iron blocks on his...
He was, and he just went clank, clank, clank.
Have you seen the episode of Naruto with Rock Lee when he fights Gaara and he takes the ankle weights off?
Yeah, and he just becomes fast as lightning.
Yeah. That's what that guy's doing.
I love it because like I watched like a dude walking another dude on a leash, and you obviously like you look at them kind of perplexed, but then they look at you like you're the one acting out of pocket. Like
Were you in Portland
You're
this
in the
weekend?
wrong. You did something.
Yeah.
No, I was in Boston.
Boston.
Well,
But as you know or don't know, maybe you know, certain parts of Boston are, how do I say this, really fucking gay.
yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Provincetown? I know it's not Boston, but
So-
holy shit.
I've been to
gay.
Provincetown one time, and it was the gayest thing I've ever seen.
I
They
went
have
there-
rainbow crosswalks.
Buddy, I went there during Pride Month
Brutal.
years ago.
So yeah, I went in April after a
Like when they were
college
still
tour.
fighting for rights to get married and stuff. I went there then.
Brutal.
Oh God,
That
must
was
have
on
been
the same vacation that I poured all that sugar in my coffee, actually.
That's the hot point of where all this wokeness fucking exploded from.
Ricky wouldn't fucking walk next to me that whole time we were down there because he thought people thought we were gay.
The homosexual epicenter of the world, Provincetown.
Yep.
Mike,
yes.
yes.
I mean, Portland's for everyone. That's all the alphabet.
Tell that to people that try to move there that aren't from there.
I mean, they'll make a place. They'll find a home.
Tell that to a Republican that for some reason wants to move to fucking Portland.
He's got something going on. He's got some
He's
deep
either
fetish.
a closeted gay or he's a closeted furry or a closeted black man.
He's probably into like that choke porn and
Yeah.
just like
I feel like-
what is it?
God, we
Auto-
are all over the place tonight.
I feel like if you're a senator, you're kind of obligated to be in a choke porn. Can we get the applause?
Yeah, like that autoerotic
Yeah,
asphyxiation.
It's a power thing.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of times, like, yeah, all right. Like people in government will hold like powerful positions where they like rule people with an iron fist, but then like their sexual appetite is like they want to be like tied up and just like thrown around and choked, and it's kind of like weird because you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
all right.
Well, no, never mind.
No, what?
No, I can't.
Spill the beans.
No, go ahead. We've talked about some pretty touchy stuff this episode. What's stopping you from preaching your mind?
I already lost it. So
That's what nicotine will do to you, you fucking addict. You need to chill. Do you want one of these to like take home
No.
and just
no.
Just to have.
I'll come back. I'll look gray.
yeah, just wait till you start feeling sick 24/7.
Yeah. No, I had one lying around for a while, and I said, as soon as this goes out, I'm just gonna chuck it in the trash can. And guess what?
Yeah, have you been holding on to it?
No, it just didn't go out, and then I had to throw it away.
He's
with
just been looking at it. He's just been staring at
No,
it.
it's like it's in the
It's in a
trash
better place.
pile.
Makes him sweat.
It's in the trash pile
Makes me sweat.
in the
Makes
ocean.
me sweat so
Some fish is ripping on it right now. Just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
oh, boop, 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 boop.
The fish get. I mean,
Are you saying that you dump your trash into the water?
No, I'm just saying that's where it ends up.
are you saying that the solution to ocean pollution is nicotine?
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
controversial as hell. I mean, I respect it, but it's a bold take.
More fish on Nick.
I bet you there's nicotine in seaweed.
I want to like be a protester. I want to be a protester for like an issue I completely made up that doesn't exist, but I want to rally enough people to like get behind the cause.
So that you can turn around and be like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, so like it starts with like stop nicking out the fishes. Fish have rights. Fish have rights.
Yeah.
Or
You-
something vital like stop burping babies.
Yeah, it's like something completely like conspiracy that nobody's fucking heard of, but it's like clearly a big deal. So the philosophy is that I make it into a big deal, get a bunch of followers, and then like take the movement on my shoulders for the next 5 years and get to like Congress about it, get them to like pass a law to like solve this issue, and then turn around and be like, you guys are the most gullible pieces of fucking shit I've ever fucking protested with.
And what do you gain from that?
We all have fantasies, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, you want somebody to dress like corn so you can butter them.
That's not me.
Nate wants his mother back. We all have things that aren't going to happen that we
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, that's fair.
And your dreams can come true at fnbros.com
Where you can
use
find
our-
t-shirts and all full episodes and bonus clips.
And links to the greatest smoking apparatus known to man.
all coming to the website because we just promised a lot there.
Yeah.
It'll
And,
be there the next time you look at it.
But our affiliate link is there. Buy something from Dr. Dabber.
Dr. Dabber.
Oh, the doctor.
We fucking love it. Get yourself some fucking merch. We got t-shirts. We got coffee mugs. We got hats.
Everything you need.
Everything you fucking need. More stuff coming soon. We love you. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for
Yes.
watching. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Love y'all.
Yes.